Okay, everybody, what's going on? What's going on? Hopefully, YouTube will send out the notification that I'm on. I know that I'm a couple minutes behind, but I want to play a little bit of music until people start coming in because I don't want it to be any awkward silence. So, as you come in, announce who you are. Yes, I want to get on this topic talking about Will Smith. So as you come in, please say who you are. If you want to join the panel, put a thumbs up so I can invite you on the panel so that we can discuss this. I want to hold my opinions until somebody comes in. So hopefully you had a really good weekend besides this little mess that went on live TV. I'm out here and it's a rainy day in California. The skies are gray. It's nice and cool because during the weekend it was pretty hot. Tell me how your weather is and how it's been for you. Yeah, I've seen many opinions about this Will Smith situation, and I've actually seen some people clown and laugh. But I want to wait and I want to get into this. Let me drop the link early in case somebody wants to come in. I feel like, in my opinion, it should have never happened. It should have never went that far. And as people come in, excuse me, it's my neighbor. They always ride up and down the street with that stupid, whatever it is. It's so loud, and their car is so loud, and it goes absolutely 5 miles per hour, which I think is ridiculous. And I'm sitting with the doors and windows open. It's good to let the air flow through, and kind of air out your house. So whoever's in here watching, if you could say who you are, I'd appreciate it. And if you can let other people know that I am live, I'd appreciate it. Yes. Let me see if I could possibly add a background picture. I'm not sure if I can. Let me see if I may be able to. If I'm able to, that would be a great thing. It'll help out a little bit. Let me see, y'all. And when I say it's raining right now, it's pouring down, and it's a beautiful thing. I love the rain. I absolutely love the rain. I don't know why it's trying to break up, but that's not cool. Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on now, buddy. Don't break up on me. I paid for this live so that I won't be into. And I mean, rain is coming down hard. I love it. Let me see if I can add a picture. Okay, it don't seem like YouTube is sending out any of my notifications. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about um I want to talk about the Will Smith situation with Chris Rock. So hopefully somebody will come in later on and we can discuss it. I think that it's absolutely horrible what took place. You know, I think it's absolutely horrible. And hopefully my image will show. No, it's not showing. So yeah, as you come in, if you want to get up on the panel, I dropped the link so that you can join me. Why don't you come on in, Quincy, so we can talk about the Will Smith powwow situation? I would love to hear your view. Yeah, Let's talk about this. I think that it was a, you guys, if you see how hard the rain is coming down out here, when I say hard, it's coming down hard. So I don't see my Will Smith background that I was looking for, y'all. So please hit that link so I can invite you guys on in. I want to talk to somebody instead of talking to myself. I'm interested in finding out what you think, how you feel about it. Are you shocked? Are you disappointed? Was it funny? Did he deserve that disrespect? You know, that's what I want to know. Let me see something. Yeah, it was. This is crazy. I have to learn how to use this. Can you drop that link? I mean, hit that link for me. I'm trying to wait till more. Whoever want to talk, because I want to talk about this situation. Because there were some people laughing at the situation, saying that he was right for defending her. I just want to get other people's opinion because you know me, I can go in first of all. I'm gonna talk until y'all hit that link. The crazy part of it all for me is all day yesterday. I didn't even know Will. I forgot about the awards. I'll be so honest with you. I 100% forgot about the awards, and for some reason, I just got up playing Will Smith music, and I was like, "Wow!" I was shocked. I didn't know he wrote that much music, and I was looking at like the Wild Wild West and all those different ones where he was doing a song about "Welcome to Miami." Yeah, can you hit that link, Wanda? Because I want you to talk. I want you to come up here and talk with me about it. It was not a laughing matter. And so I've been following them, and I know some personal things about Jada, um, which probably has nothing to do with it, but I know some things about her. I had a really good friend back in the day, and we all went to her boyfriend's uncle's store that was located in Los Angeles, California. And wow, it's crazy. He had pictures of Jada Pinkett, but I'm gonna leave that alone. But it wasn't pleasant. But anyway, we're talking about this situation. Is anybody able to come up and chat with me? But anyway, let me go ahead. And I'm gonna steer away from the information that I know. This was not a laughing matter, but if you pay attention to Chris Rock's body um, movement when Will Smith slapped him, it looked like he was ready to attack back, but the professional Chris Rock kicked in really quick, and he stood back and was like, "Wow, I just got slapped the shit out of by Will Smith." Now, to me, I'm going to say it like this: Will Smith ain't that gangster. He ain't about that life. I've heard other dudes, and I've even questioned someone myself, okay? And I said, "Would you have slapped him and walked back to your seat?" They said, "No." I would have said, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth." Then I would have slapped the shit out of him, and I would have stood there and waited to see if he was going to do something. Now, that's what you call gangster, not yelling from a damn seat. You said it didn't work? Let me try it again, baby girl. Sometimes this thing be acting cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Because Quincy also had the same problem. Y'all, when I say it's raining out here, oh, I just love the rain. I guess I was born when it was raining because it can flood as far as I care. I love the rain. No, that wasn't funny, Quincy. That wasn't funny. That wasn't funny because if you know the background story, if you know anything about what's been going on with them, Jada Pinkett has been disrespecting Will Smith to no end. The things that she has done, the things that she has done, the things that she has said to him, and it seems like Will Smith is broken. It seems like he's at his wits' end. But as you guys looked at the video, Will Smith was laughing at the joke, and then Jada Pinkett was upset about it. But my thing is this: it was just a joke, and if she really looked at that G.I. Jane movie, which I looked at, he was not disrespecting her because G.I. Jane went through hell in that movie. And in spite of all the shit that they did to her in the movie, you know what I'm saying? She fought and she fought and she made them respect her, you know? And I don't think that Chris Rock knew that she had alopecia. I think if he knew that, I don't think he would have said anything. My honest opinion, because you haven't heard real scandals about him. Now, if it had been like Corey Holcomb, if it had been Dave Chappelle, oh, they would have went in on her. They would have lit her up like the 4th of July. And I'm gonna tell you, I doubt 1,000% if Will Smith would have got up and slapped either one of them because he know he would have been laid out on that floor. You know what I'm saying? Will Smith knew exactly who to hit. And besides that, Will Smith and Chris Rock were friends. So you let this woman disrespect you and cause you to look like a fool just because Chris Rock didn't press charges against him, and that was because of Puff Daddy speaking, trying to talk to him. But it doesn't matter because in California, they're going to pick up the charges. The district attorney is going to pick it up anyway. California, they don't play that. If somebody do that, they're going to get Will Smith. And to me, I feel like this. Will Smith's son had a friend. Son had a friend named August Alsina. And she openly admitted that she was screwing this boy. She went and got herself a new coochie and everything, because he probably wore it out. And I think it's sad that Will Smith is feeling humiliated over a joke when you should have been smacking the dude that was laying pipe to your wife in your bed at your house. Come on now. And you think that's honor? Some women like that, they love to see a man get into a fight. They love to see men get into tussles or anything. We don't know. What if Chris Rock would have had a gun and blew him away on that stage? He would have been 100% justified. He would have been 100% justified. You don't walk up to no man and hit him. When you go to comedy clubs, let me tell you something. I've been to comedy clubs where Lavelle Crawford, Corey Holcomb, and a host of other people, and they was lighting folks up, and they did not care. You know what I'm saying? This is comedy. They was lighting folk up, and it was funny. But then when the comedians saw that the person got mad and started talking trash, they went in on that person even harder. Wanda, did it work? Hold on. Right, Wanda. Is the link letting you do it? Because I definitely want to get your opinion on this, because this right here, she has told Will Smith to his face, for those that may not know, that she was still in love with Tupac. Wait a minute. You keep saying this to me, then pack your stuff. No disrespect to Tupac. Pack your stuff and camp out where he at and don't come back. Since you still in love with Tupac. You gonna humiliate me on your so-called red table in front of people, millions of people that may be watching that. How disrespectful are you? If you were still in love with Tupac, then you should have never married me. Point blank, period. Why would you put me through this humiliation? And then on one of the scenes, I'm not showing any footage because I don't want to get a copyright claim. Um, One of the footages, um, she ended up. It was basically like he was asking her for permission to cheat, and she was telling him no. He realized and acknowledged what he did. Girl, I don't. You know what? I really. You know what I would have done if that was me that he hit? I would sue his butt for some millions of dollars. Then I would turn around and insult the hell out of Jada Pickett by donating it to the alopecia awareness. I would have took that same lawsuit money and donated to alopecia. And I would. She already looked like a fool because don't nobody really like her because what has she done except for ride on his coattail all these years? The last thing she did was what? Girls Trip. She's not a good actress to me, and that's just my opinion. She's not a good actress. You know, you got the red table, you got two beautiful kids. They're just as mixed up and confused as they can be, you know, and you got your mama. Your mama got more common sense than you. Still ask for mic access. Okay, I missed something. Hold on a second. Let me go back. Who still asked for mic access? Baby girl, can you hit the link or is it not working? I need somebody to come up here and talk with me. This is really sad. This is really sad. You know, I don't understand because the whole thing of the matter is this. I would have dealt with him after the show. I would have dealt with him after the show. Or I would have walked up to him and I would have told him, put the mic down, and I would have whispered in his ear, dude, this ain't the time. My wife is dealing with something. Don't do that. Okay? And then Chris Rock would have turned around and said, you know what? He just informed me, you know, that his wife is dealing with something. And he could have been like, well, you know what, Jada Pinkett, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you was dealing with something. My apologies. And people, we got to be careful what we say. And it could have turned out a whole lot different. It could have been a whole different situation because we were fighting, not we as in me, but Black people have been fighting for years to be able to host the awards, the Oscar awards. And once we get the opportunity to host the Oscar awards, here this BS come. And they were saying that it was a hoax, but if you look real good, Chris Rock's face was bruised and then you can see a little bit of blood. I'm telling y'all, the district attorney is definitely going to pick this up. Right, exactly, Nicole. Exactly. She did look at him like that because if you notice after he cracked that joke, Will Smith was busting up laughing. And then all of a sudden, you know, you want to give that look and roll your eyes. And then they took the camera away. Once they took the camera away, you don't know. She probably like, Punk, you ain't gonna defend me? You ain't gonna defend me? What's up with that? You know what I'm saying? And so him, you know, trying to feel like a superhero when he looked like a super idiot. If a female comedian was slapped by a male, my spin on it is the two comedians handle matters however they see fit. I have issues, and the world have greater issues. Let me hit this person here. Welcome to the chat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead and talk to me.
My issue is that I think that uh he was. I think the fact that Will had Am I on? Am I on?
Yeah, but yeah, yeah, you're on live. Everybody can see you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Alrighty. Hold on. Make sure my mic is not. Let me see.
We can hear you.
Well, I feel like that he didn't have a right to go up there and hit him because you just can't hit nobody because somebody said something wrong to you. And that's
Right,
not what, you want to show to the public. And showing that this is what black men that you have to, just showing that's what black men do.
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, right. I understand that that makes a whole lot of sense, because like I was saying before, had he walked up to him and said in his ear, man, that's not funny. My wife is suffering from alopecia, and she's struggling with it in his ear. I guarantee you 100% Chris Rock would have apologized to him and made sure that people understood. Yeah, Will does have a lot of issues, Quincy. He really does. And it stems from Jada Pinkett. That's what it stems from. It stems from her. She's the toxic one. She's very toxic. Because if you notice, she uses that red table to bash him, to disrespect him. Because at one point, there was a video and they hurry up and took it down. And I got lucky enough to see it. And Will Smith, oh, Jada Pinkett had said something and he got mad and he made a rebuttal. If you don't like it, then leave, take your shit and go. They hurry up and scrub that real quick, but he meant what he said. Take your stuff and go. They have broken up numerous times, according to Will Smith, but he kept taking her back for whatever reason. But she's going to capitalize off of this situation. Watch. Mark my word, she's going to be on the red table acting wounded. Oh my God. And oh, I just felt, you ain't felt nothing because you have no heart. If that was me sitting there and somebody cracked a joke about me and my husband was getting ready to get up, I've been like, no, 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 not right now. Don't do that. We got a whole lot. You got endorsements. We got this. We got that. Don't do that. Don't mess yourself up. But talk to him later. Just talk to him later and let him know. Or I would have got up and walked up there and said, "Can I have a mic?" And I would have embarrassed him. I would have been like, you want to crack jokes? I'm suffering from alopecia, and chunks of my hair was falling out, so I had to make a choice to cut my hair off. So go ahead and finish with your joke. And I would have walked off, and everybody would have clowned him, and they would have said, "Oh, she did that classy." The standards of what off limits or taboo. My last question: would any other person be allowed to remain, much less apologize after that? At the end of the day, they may. What is the TK baby? And put it and put and everyone's. Hold on a second. I'm missing something. Baby girl, can you come on so we can talk? People thought he was playing. Yeah, at first people did think he was playing. Opinion wouldn't matter. I don't understand. Oh, please, Wanda, come up, come up, come up, please come up. I want it because she's saying some good stuff. Sometimes we have typos when we're typing and trying to get our message out. So, I think she missed something, got missed. So, but anyway, yeah, Wanda is making a lot of facts. Nicole is definitely making a lot of facts, and Quincy said it was funny. So I was like, why is it funny? I guess from a male's point of view, the way he hit him, I think that would be funny from a male's point of view. You know what I'm saying? So But me, I didn't think it was cool. And then I forgot the guy's name, Quincy, because I know you probably watch sports. There's a sports commentator and he talks about sports, but he's always yelling at people, talking loud. And so last night he put out a message to Will Smith and let him know, I don't care how you think you was feeling, that was foul. And then you got people on YouTube talking about punch heard around the world and ha ha ha, Chris Rock got the hell slapped out of him. Violence is not an option. Violence is nothing to laugh at. He did not disrespect Jada Pinkett. If people go out and look at that movie, go look at G.I. Jane, go look at the movie. And when you finish looking at the movie and you see the courage, the strength, how hard she fought, as a woman to be in the position that she was in, and she ended up persevering over all these dudes. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a disrespect. I would have took that as okay. If you have seen that movie, man, okay, I could dig that. I can't wait to see GI Jane too. She might have done a good job at doing GI Jane too, or who knows? This might be a ploy for her to get another movie role. We never know. There's so many things that's going on in this atmosphere with this whole situation. What she was mad about? Her frustrate. I mean, her husband reacted to. Excuse me. The main question is what she was mad about, her husband reaction or the joke. Um, you know what? I think. Oh, you got nervous. That's okay, Nicole. It's cool. Um, you know what? I think that she had no problem laughing at the rest of the. He was working the room, and he was improvising, and she was laughing at everybody else. But then when it came to her, she got pissed off. So she's one of those people that you can laugh at somebody else, but when it comes to me, oh no, 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 don't you dare laugh at me. Oh no, no, no. And even Will Smith was laughing. So why would you turn around and start laughing, look at your white face, and then go assault somebody like that? That's stupid. Because first of all, if it wasn't funny, you wouldn't have laughed in the first place. You wouldn't have laughed in the first place. So apparently you thought it was a funny joke. But then this goes to tell you, and I'm just keeping it real because I'm a black woman myself, and I've seen it 1,000 times, and can't nobody tell me nothing different. You got women that will sit up here and egg their man on to do some shit like that. Excuse my language. And I bet you, and I ain't trying to be funny, she probably got home last night and gave it to him real good. I mean, she probably wore him out. He probably still sleep, thinking that what he did was so honorable. No, what he did was stupid. And a lot of women do stuff like that. They cause these black men, and they cause men in general, even if a man look at you, he looked at me. He looked at me. What you gonna do about it? Now you challenging his manhood, and now he feel like he gotta go do something. What was so wrong? They showed other pictures of other people, later on in the background, where their faces was like shocked. And I'm shocked at Denzel Washington. There's nothing, like Nicole said to me earlier, there's nothing in the world that says God about either one of you to have an open relationship. I have friends right now that work in the entertainment industry. They do background work. They do, on screen work. They've been in multiple movies. They've been here and there and everywhere. And they tell me about it. I don't care. I just sit there, oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay. Cool. No problem. And they're like, you so nonchalant because I'm not starstruck. I don't care about those people. They don't mean anything to me. They're not paying my money. They're not paying none of my bills. They're not doing anything for me. I give money for me to go see them. They don't do nothing for me, so I don't have no investment in them. You know what I'm saying? So My friends are coming and telling me, oh, guess what? We were invited to a Hollywood party at Will Smith house. I didn't go. I didn't want to go because some of the things that I heard about those parties, they're swinger parties. I'm not into that. I'm not about to do none of that. You know, I'm not about to get into that. They do a lot of stuff in those parties that are absolutely disgusting. Yes, 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 Nikki.
Yeah. Okay. So the way that he just went from 0 to 100, I feel like that he has hit her before, and it kind of. I mean, I was surprised. You know, he has some type of he's hitting that woman before, and that might be part of the reason why they've been going through the problems that they have.
Mm, hmm. She's never said anything about abuse. I
Of
don't think
course,
that
women
he.
don't.
I don't. No, I don't think that he necessarily hit her. I don't think that he would hit her. What I think it is, Nicole, is that
Mm.
for years she has been disrespecting him. And instead of him dealing with her disrespecting him and knowing that he absolutely cannot put his hands on her, whatever pent up frustration that he had, I think that he took it out on the person that he felt was weak.
Mhm. Yeah.
Hold on a second. She said, Nicole, if he used to hit her, she would just look at, I guess, and oh, if he was used to hitting her, he would have just
Mm.
kept looking at her and laughing it off if he was used to hitting her. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I
Right.
don't see
Mhm.
I don't see any like domestic violence in that type of in their relationship. What I see is
Correct.
this, and you guys may be shocked at me. I feel like she the dude and he the female. That's exactly how I feel. I feel like she is the dude in the relationship, and I feel like Will Smith is the woman because she's allowed. Chris Rock is not weak. That's a fact. No, Chris Rock. Did you pay attention, you guys? Did you pay attention after Will Smith hit him? Did you see he kind of jumped like he was about to take him out? He looked like he was about to get him a two-piece for real. And Will Smith knew he can't hit me because he's in a certain position. But let me tell you something. I'm gonna keep it G with y'all. If that had been any other comedian, they would have F Will Smith up. And you knew he couldn't do nothing. That's why you were so confident to turn your back and walk away. Baby, if that was me, I would have lit him up. They would have thought it was the 4th of July. They would have thought it was New Year's. They would have thought it was Christmas. They would have thought it was Easter, Mother Days, Father Day, and everybody's day because I would have beat that nigga's butt. I would have beat Will Smith's tail. He knew he wasn't going to hit him back. He knew it because I give Chris Rock deserves the biggest hand clap. He deserves the ultimate respect. Yes, yes, he sure did. But look, check this out. Will Smith opened up for Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle allowed Will Smith to come out and do something for him and opened up. And there was a lady in the audience, and I'm talking about Will Smith was hammering on that lady. He was relentless. He wouldn't leave that woman alone. Her man could have got up and beat his ass. But the man didn't do that because he knew it's just comedy. You don't know my wife. You don't know her like that. It's funny. And the wife didn't even get mad. She was busting up at the jokes that Will Smith was saying. So then when somebody do it to your wife, I have no respect for none. Zero respect for him. I don't like him. It's a wrap. And I hope that the people that's sitting up here laughing, talking about, he gave him a two-piece, the slap heard around the world. What if somebody would have got and slapped the shit out you in the middle of your speech and he wasn't even expecting? He thought Will Smith was going to come up and just talk to him. Right now, Will Smith should be in jail in spite of Chris Rock not pressing charges. Because in California, they don't play that. They don't. If I was to walk up and hit Wanda on TV right now, if I was to walk up and hit Nicole, if I was to walk up and hit Quincy right now, I would be in jail right now. And you could say, oh no, I don't want to press charges. California be like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You assaulted that man. You assaulted that man on national TV. And for all those people that think that this crap is funny, you need to have your head examined. For all you people that think that Chris Rock was wrong, you need to have your head examined. Go look at the G.I. Jane movie, and you will see how strong that woman was. Them men dogged her out at every chance. They tried to break her. They tried to break that woman, but they could not break her. That's the thing that tripped me out. You allowed this woman to hype you up to go assault another black man. So now you got Caucasian people thinking, see, and I'm black, y'all, so I can say this, niggas can't do nothing without fighting. That's exactly what white folks is thinking. Niggas can't. I told y'all shouldn't have put them up there. But people are trying to say them when it was Will Smith. Will Smith is 100% to blame. You understand what I'm saying? He's to blame for this. I don't care. You can call me out my name. You can say something about I don't care if you talk about my mama. I don't care if you talk about my husband. I don't care if you talk trash about anybody. Just don't put your hands on me. You can say what you want. If my loved one has a terminal disease, I would have went up there with respect, and I would have came up there. I'd have been like, "Can I have the mic, please?" And he would have been like, "Yeah," because he have respect for Will Smith. I would have been like, even though Chris Rock made a joke, it hurt my wife's feelings, man, because my wife is suffering with alopecia, and she had to make a decision to cut all her hair off. I'm 1,000% sure, you guys, that Chris Rock would have apologized right in front of her face, like, you know what, I'm really sorry. I didn't know that you was going through that. I apologize to you, and no, it's not a laughing matter. I am so sorry. I believe he would have done that. That is my true, honest feeling and opinion. I believe he would have apologized. I do believe that because that's he is under a lot. Yeah, it doesn't matter if he's under a lot of pressure. You don't put your hands on nobody. Even if I'm at my wits' end, I shouldn't snap at nobody and hit them because I'm going through something. That's not excusable. And I understand what you're saying, Nicole. That's true. He is under pressure. He's under a lot of pressure because his wife can't keep her legs closed. If she stopped jumping on every penis, then he wouldn't be in this position. If he step up and be a husband and tell her, look, this the way it's gonna go, you know what I'm saying? But who knows? She could be his handler because they say they have handlers. So look at Dwayne Wade and Gabriel Union. You know that little boy was functioning as a little boy, and all of a sudden he gets around Gabriel Union, and he wants to wear dresses, and he wants to be a young lady. You know what I'm saying? How do you do that? Kids don't know truly what they want to be, until they get of age. And then I looked at other shows and other videos where you have kids, like this one video I was looking at. It was a guy. He had a sex change, and he was sitting there in front of the camera, and he was sad. It was a little Caucasian boy. He's cute, and he was sitting there sad in front of the camera, and he was saying that he wished he had never did what he did to his body. It was because people want to tell you, who you are. And what the Bible states is you are who you are when you are born. If you are born with that organ, that is who you are. Who puts the thought in your head to tell you that you are something different? This is not cool. And now they're talking about when they do and it's and I'm not gonna no, I'm not gonna say that because see, they're gonna try to say I'm giving medical malinformation, and I don't want nobody. But I saw a video where they put a female uterus inside of a man so that he could carry a baby. This is not what was intended for us through God. This is not what was intended. It was not intended for us to just decide to change our sex, because you're telling God ultimately you made a mistake, and God don't make mistakes. So this is another black woman that's running another black man, and that's making the world think that every black couple that's married, that the woman is the most dominant, and that's why people feel like they can go straight to the woman instead of respecting the man. So I had a friend that her husband wanted to do some work. No, I wanted him to do some work, and so I asked her, I said, "Can I ask you something?" She's like, "Yes." I said, "Can I call your husband and ask him if he could do some work for me?" She said, "What you asking me for?" I said, "That's your husband. I learned from my family, you go through the wife first if you want to speak to him. But if you want something done, you go to the husband and ask the husband, hey, would it be okay if your wife ABCDEFG?" You show respect to that man because he's the king of the castle. If you are a king in your castle and your queen is always going up against you, the other kings in the other castles and the surrounding people are going to see that this woman is tearing down the castle and the kingdom piece by piece. So when people come up against you, she can't say, "What's wrong with you? Don't talk to him." Well, you've been talking to him like that. You've been talking crazy to him. You've been disrespecting him in front of your friends. You've been disrespecting him in front of your family. You've been disrespecting him out in the public. So now you want to sit up here and talk about don't disrespect him as my okay, what I'm saying is, if Nicole and I were friends, and every time I talked to Nicole cussing her man out, talking down to him, just trashing him like nothing, and then all of a sudden he say something to me, and I go, "Oh, nigga, go sit your ass down somewhere." And she go, "Don't talk to my husband like that." Well, you done told me everything that the nigga ain't no good. So guess what? You made me feel like I could disrespect him. Where is the protection for your man? You don't let nobody talk about your man, and you don't talk about him. If you got a problem with your man, settle that at home. It ain't no time to be putting that at the red table, telling Will Smith, "I'm in love with Tupac." Well, honey, go where he at. Peace. Nice knowing you. And he probably would get somebody far better. That's ridiculous. That's that. Mm-mm. And then you got all these people catering to Will Smith after that. And then he fake tears. Nigga, don't you know he is an actor? He could cry at the drop of a dime. He wasn't sorry for what he did. He was scared because he was like, "Oh my God, this fool gonna sue me. And I don't know how many millions of dollars I gotta give up. And then I might lose my endorsements. Why did I listen to her? Oh man, I'm messed up." But she don't care. She don't care because now she got something to talk about on the red table. Probably some mess like what to do when your man defends you. That's not defending nobody. I can see if Chris Rock went down and put his hands on you. I can see if he called you a B word. I can see if he just disrespected you outright. That wasn't outright disrespect in the least. That wasn't outright disrespect. I think I missed this. What she said, didn't Will himself? Yep. Oh, I read that one. That makes sense. I'm gonna leave that up there for a minute because that's true, Wanda. That's absolutely true. Hold on a second, y'all. I gotta check on the munchkin real quick. Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. I don't believe it. I mean, I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. And then we talk about Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. You just made a fool of yourself. You just outright disrespected this man. And Chris Rock had a lot of people. Yeah, that's sad. It's beyond sad. It's heartbreaking. And I don't understand as a woman how she could feel good about that, because these people want people with a clean image. Denzel Washington talking about God, Puff Daddy looking like a dolphin. He always got something to say, always want to be in the middle. Tyler Perry trying to, man, y'all better stop caping to these dudes. That's what I'm saying. Stop caping to these people. These people don't mean no good. They don't care. They just trying to, and you sitting here big and bad, they trying to calm you down. But if Chris Rock would have took his jacket off and put on some street clothes and said, "Let's get this. I'm about this. Let's handle this business," he wouldn't have been trying to be held back. She do act like a caseworker. She ain't got no caseworker experience. What she need to go get herself some mental health evaluation. Anytime you sitting up here sleeping with a youngster, your son's friend, and then at one point her daughter Willow was laying in the bed or in the bed with a grown man, and you didn't see that to be strange. Y'all tripping. Y'all in Hollywood. That's why I'm glad I was never a part of Hollywood, because they be doing some weird, freaky stuff. One minute the little boy wants to be a boy, the little girl dancing and singing, I with my hair back and forth, and then time goes by. All of a sudden, these kids done changed. All of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? This is crazy. Then Will Smith on the Ellen show trying to kiss his son in the mouth, and the boy fighting him not to do it. So what's going on? If your son was fighting you back in the day, what happened in between him fighting you not to kiss him to now being kissed by a boy and this being acceptable? And they say his son is a cupcake. You call it what you want to call it. Yeah, his son like boys, and his daughter is in a same-sex relationship. Both of them are in a same-sex relationship. But that comes from them having all those swinger parties and seeing all those orgies and all that filthy demonic stuff that was going on, and that goes on up in Hollywood. It's nothing but a cesspool of sin. And I feel like this: if Jesus was to come back, he would strike Hollywood, he would strike San Francisco, he would strike all those places, because that's abomination. And now they're telling they're telling people, oh, him, her, she, it, them, they. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? What happened to, oh, you delivered a nice bouncing baby boy. Oh, you delivered a real beautiful young lady. Oh, how cute your daughter is. Oh, don't call my daughter, no, her. My baby will decide what it wants to be. How the hell is your child going to decide what it wants to be? Your child don't even know. If you raise your child up as a boy in a masculine setting, he's going to pull the traits of being a masculine male. If you raise your girl up around a house full of men, he's going to tell her, no, you are a young lady. You are not a man. If you raise a boy up in front of some men and he starts to act like a girl, he's going to lovingly tell him, no, you are a young man. Where are you getting these ideas from? Yeah, it did change, because it has something to do with Will Smith and his whole family. It has something to do with that, the madness that's going on in that house. So, it could be all that pressure, not real pressure, but it could be all that madness that's going on, and he don't know how to address all this stuff. And then, your wife is constantly on a constant basis disrespecting you, doing things to disrespecting you, saying things to disrespect you, putting you out there. There's no privacy. There's nothing that they do that she does not talk about in the public. So guess what? That gives every comedian in this world ammunition to go in on you and to talk about you and to talk about your family and the dysfunction. So if you were that fed up, you could have handled that situation better. And I know he probably won't never see my video, but he could have handled it a whole lot better. He could have talked to him. He could have pulled him to the side in the back. It didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense. And I'm upset about it because it seems like everybody is making funny jokes about it. That's nothing that's funny about somebody assaulting somebody. It's not funny. Now let's take it here. Let's say Will Smith would have slapped Chris Rock, okay? And let's say Chris Rock would have slipped and fell and hit his head and hurt himself. Then what? What would be the topic next? Oh, he knocked him out? No. What would be the topic next? What would be the next topic if Chris Rock would have got seriously hurt? What if he would have hit him so hard that he did some real serious damage? What if he would have slapped him so hard that, Chris Rock broke his neck? You could really damage somebody, even if it's a slap. You could really, if their face turns like really forcefully, you could cause some real damage. What if you would have slapped him and busted his eardrum? What if you would have slapped him in the wrong space, broke his nose? What would you have done? What if you would have slapped him in the wrong space and maybe accidentally made him put his damn eye out? You didn't think about none of that. And then you're going to walk off like you a part of the Wild Wild West video. That's not a real man. I wouldn't want my husband to do nothing like that. I'm just a different breed of female. I wouldn't want my husband to do nothing like that, and I would not, sit up there and condone him doing that. I would do that later. Y'all handle that. And if you talk to Chris in the background and you say, hey, I didn't appreciate that, what you did was foul, and if he would have popped off at you and got aggressive, then you could have slapped the dog pee out of him. But you did that, and that's something that Black people have been fighting for a long time, to host the Oscar Awards. And the first time they get a chance to host the Oscar Awards, this whole situation plays out. Then after that, Will Smith come up with these fake tears, fake crying, everybody catering to him and his bull crap. So that lets you know what it's truly about. Don't nobody have respect. You just showed the world. I heard this one guy talking last night, and he had a panel, and he had 4,000 people, and I was sitting there listening, and the white guy was saying, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, and I'm not trying to be funny. He said, but this looks really bad because Black people have been hollering, about, police brutality and all this stuff. And he said, please don't get mad. He said, but then you have two A-list stars. One made a joke. He said it was clearly a joke, and if my wife would have got offended, he said I would have been like, baby, it's just a joke. I understand what you're going through. Later after the show, we're going to talk to him and let him know, what you're going through, and maybe he could come back and do a public apology, but that didn't warrant for Will Smith to slap the dog pee out of him. And you had a bunch of white people calling and saying the same thing, that they were very disappointed in Will Smith and the way he handled that situation. And they also said that it seems like Jada Pinkett is toxic. I don't know their relationship. And these are other people outside of my own personal thoughts saying that she looks to be very toxic. And they said, as far as me being a man, not caring whether I'm a Black or white man, he said, as you can see, I'm a white man. He said, that red talk table, he said, would be no red talk table discussing my business. He said, you will be finding other topics to talk about, but you would not be bringing our family business to no red talk table, because it gave a lot of people all the ammunition that they need. And so now you got other people going in on Will Smith, talking about how Jada Pinkett has continuously slept around with different men in his house, in his bed, and he's absolutely done nothing about it. He just sat there and took it. So he took this one opportunity, a little itty bitty joke, which I'm sure really it didn't mean nothing. It really didn't. To me, it didn't mean nothing. If somebody was to tease me and I had a certain, like, okay, I had fell down some stairs and I busted myself up really bad. And this dude was joking and it was funny. But then he kept going and I said, "Could you please stop now?" And he kept going and he kept going. And I mean, he just kept riding it. At that point, after 30 minutes of me saying, "Could you please stop?" It was funny, but you keep going. Then my man stood up and said, "Hey, that's enough. She asked you 30 minutes straight to stop, but you think it's funny." And at that point, by him keep going, people didn't think it was funny anymore because I said, I still was smiling like, "Yeah, for real, could you please stop? I'm trying to hold my composure, but could you please stop?" Even his wife was like, "Dude, enough, enough." Even it annoyed his wife. So my dude got mad. He got really pissed off, like, "Dude, you're doing too much." Now I could see if it was a situation like that, then I could see him, getting upset. I could see him being angry because now you continuously badgering her, you're continuously beating a dead horse. Now I can see if he gets angry about that kind of situation. But to just get angry, over one thing, he said, "Okay, that was it." He said one thing and said, "Okay, that's it." That was nice. He left it alone. He didn't say nothing else about her. And then he was like, "Keep my wife's name out your flipping mouth." And he said, "Man, it was just a joke. Keep my wife's name out your flipping mouth." Putting on an act for everybody. That was nothing more than an act in a show that made him embarrass himself because he thought he was doing something by being a macho man. And all those other stars that agree with him, they need to reevaluate themselves. And I'm sure a lot of those wives are probably telling their husband it wasn't that serious. The man said, "I love you, Jada," and then he did the joke. But he's done other jokes about Jada in the past because Jada Pinkett and Will Smith said they was going to boycott the awards if because black people are. It was all about money. What do you mean by it was all about money? You want to come up and explain that to me? What do you mean it was all about money? We're going to jail. You know what? California has a no tolerance. They have a no tolerance when it comes to violence, and even though they talked Chris Rock. They talked to him last night and told him not to press charges. They begged him not to press charges. And this is why Chris Rock is not pressing charges because he's listening to those people telling him not to press charges. This is the reason why Chris Rock didn't do it. This man outright assaulted me, and you go and you ask me not to. I'm sure he did get paid for that, but the thing of it is this: you asked me not to press charges so I could save this man's reputation of him going to jail. I would be like, I don't care. He's going to jail. He put his hands on me. And when he got to court, the judge would have been like, first of all, it wasn't that serious for you to put your hands on him. And I don't care if you are a superstar. And a lot of these stars out here think that they can do stuff to people and get away with it, just because you got clout. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say something else and get back on topic, Wanda. So the thing of it is this: there was a star that assaulted a regular person. I'm not regular, but a person that was a non-actor. He assaulted that person, and he thought that because he had so much money that he could get away with assaulting that individual. You get what I'm saying? But the courts didn't see fit. They were like, nope. And that person ended up going to jail. Look at what happened with Chris Brown and Rihanna. You know, they said that he assaulted her, but the truth be told, she assaulted him. Look at that situation. You know, there's so many situations where men have assaulted people that were actors and they ended up going to jail. This is not the first time that Will Smith has slapped somebody. There was a news report, no, a dude walked up to kiss Will Smith, and Will Smith didn't slap that dude the way he slapped Chris Rock. He didn't do that. Yeah, he did make himself look like a clown. He absolutely did. He looked really stupid. To me, like I said, I lost respect for him for that because you're showing that you handle that kind of stuff with violence. That's what you're showing people. That if somebody says something about me, then you hit them. And that's not the answer. That's not the key to doing something like that. You know, if somebody says something about you, you handle it with dignity and respect. Now, if Will Smith would have handled that with respect, then it probably would have made Chris Rock look bad. You know what I'm saying? But no, you got ghetto up there. You acted real ignorant, and so that's how come a lot of us don't get opportunities that we want because the situations people get in their feelings. You know, you sat up there. You should have known that he was going to say something. He talked about the other couple talking about they wish. I hope that Will Smith win so I don't have to compete against my wife. That was funny. And I don't know. I don't know. You know, everybody have a difference of opinion on how they feel about it. Some people feel like Will Smith was right. Some people feel like Chris Rock was wrong, but I don't think that Chris Rock was wrong because he didn't like say anything derogatory towards her. He didn't put her down. And I really feel in my heart that Chris Rock did not know that she was suffering from alopecia. I really don't think that he knew that. I really feel in my heart again, and I'll keep saying it. I really feel in my heart again that if Chris Rock had any inkling of an idea that this woman was suffering with alopecia, I think he would have come up with a different type of joke. I really do. But for some reason, Chris Rock has been like dogging, like talking about her. They both was wrong in my book. Why was they both wrong, Quincy? That's the thing that I'm trying to understand. Why was they both wrong? Because, like I said, Chris Rock didn't know that. If he did know, yes, he's wrong. But if he didn't know that she had alopecia and he was just making a joke, I don't think that he's wrong. But if he knew, then yeah, I could say that he's wrong. That's like you making a joke about me and you're a comedian and you know there was something wrong with me. You had no clue that something was wrong with me, and then I get mad at you, and you probably be like, you know what, I didn't know. You know, I was just doing a joke. I had no idea, you know, that hi fire mama, maybe it's a sensitive subject for Will. Chris got paid to tell jokes. Right, but what I'm saying, fire mama, you want to hit, let me put the link. But what I'm saying is Will Smith, again, I repeat it, Will Smith opened up for Dave Chappelle for something, I forgot what it was, and there was a lady in the audience, and Will Smith was hammering on this lady, relentless, not stopping. And everybody laughed. Even the lady's husband laughed, and Will Smith just kept going on and on and on and on, and it was funny. Now, if that lady's husband would have got up and knocked a pee out of Will Smith, then what? You know what I'm saying? So it didn't want for that to go down. Fire Mama, can you let people know I'm live? Because I don't think YouTube sent out my notifications. But I don't think that it was that sensitive to Will Smith for the simple fact, if you look at that portion again, like I said, I'm not going to play it because a lot of people are getting copyright claims for it and getting in trouble talking about they're showing violence and this, that, and the third. And I ain't trying to do all that. But the problem that I have with it is this: Will Smith chose a bad time, like Quincy said, it was bad timing. And like I said before, Will Smith talked about people really bad. You know what I'm saying? He talked about people really bad, and he joked and he made jokes about, uh, the play uncle having a bald head. He made jokes about other people, and not only that, check this out. This is another one that people may not want to pay attention to. The lady that was called Aunt Vivian, that was on the show, he said something about her and cost her whole career. He told people that she was very difficult to work with and cost this woman years and years of losing money, losing her job, losing everything that she worked so hard for. And he had no remorse until they came back and she let him know all the damage that he did to her. And she didn't hit him, she didn't go off on him, but she did cuss him out though. You know what I'm saying? He did her real dirty. He's done a lot of people dirty. Yeah, and I'm surprised that him and Jazzy Jeff are friends because he had did Jazzy Jeff dirty in the past too. And it was just crazy. Go ahead. Welcome.
Hello, how are you? I didn't want to
What's up,
interrupt you.
lady? No, go ahead, lady. You got the floor.
Um, yeah, I was just listening to you, and I think you're right when you're talking about Fresh Prince of Bel Air, right?
Yeah,
And that's true, and a lot of people forget about that. And they had to get another person to play that role.
yeah, yeah. I'm just upset that he would choose that time, and Wanda, I respect, like I said, we all can agree to disagree. I respect everything that you're saying. You have a right to it, sweetie. That's your opinion. I'm not here to say that you're wrong or nothing. I'm not trying to bash him. And if it sounds like it, my apologies to you because I don't want to offend anybody. I'm not trying to drag him, but he has to look at some of the stuff that he did in the past as well that caused people great harm. He's done a lot of stuff in the past. It's just that the wife that he chose is very toxic. She's very toxic. You don't get on, create a show and weaken your husband and put all your personal business out there and make a fool of him. And it's really sad. Because when you get into a marriage, you're supposed to respect one another. You're supposed to protect one another. You're supposed to honor one another. If you got a problem, then take all that privately into a counseling session. Don't use the world as your platform so that people can come around and start clowning you because the world is not kind. They're not kind at all. That's like me starting a page on Facebook and talking crazy about my husband, and then I'm expecting people to show him the utmost respect. How can they when I have no respect? That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to drag him, and I just think that he did the wrong thing. It was just a joke. He did say, Jada, I love you. Yeah, he did say that. And then after he said, we're going to move on, that was a nice one. He was letting him know after that joke, I'm going to leave her alone. I'm not going to say nothing else to her. He laughed and he laughed about it. Then Jada, we didn't see it because they took the camera off. We didn't see it. And then Jada had said something or made a stink about it. So now Will Smith like, let me go be Captain Save Her, save her, and I'm gonna prove that I'm a man and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. That wasn't the place for it. Pull him aside. We need to show like unity. We can't be up there. That's like if you did a joke about me and say you knew that I had a disability, I'm gonna wait and go later like Wanda, like yes, together. That joke you did, that's kind of cold because I am suffering real bad from something. And if he would have walked up there and told him in his ear, like put the mic down, and like my wife is suffering from alopecia, and it's real sensitive to her right now, and she's battling and struggling. I bet you $100 right now. Chris Rock would have apologized right then and there. That's the kind of person he is. He would have apologized. He would have been like, you know what, you guys will just inform me, that Jada is going through something. My apologies. I'm sorry for that. I really
Right. I
believe
mean,
that.
there's a time and a place for it, right? I mean, a lot of people thought it was a stunt at first, and then he had a smirk. He nonchalantly walked up there, smacked him so hard, and then had a smirk and walked back and sat down. And
Yeah,
then when he got his award and he's crying, he didn't apologize to Chris Rock. He apologized to
the
the people
Academy.
that own the show. You know, he still didn't apologize to him.
Right.
And that's, you know, that doesn't look good. You know, he got the award, and what was it, 5 years ago he didn't get the award, and there was a big stink on that. But there's just a time and a place.
Yeah, it is definitely. It's definitely a time and a place. I just keep standing on my belief that Chris Rock would have actually apologized to him. I really do believe he would have apologized with all my heart. I believe he would have, because you don't hear a lot of controversy about Chris Rock at all. You don't hear nothing controversial except for, maybe he messed around on his wife, but they're not out there putting all their business out there. You don't see Gabrielle Union doing a red top table disrespecting Dwayne Wade. You don't see none of that, but she feels like she feels as though she could just cut Will Smith down like nothing. And it's sad to see that she's destroying this man. It's sad. It's really sad to see because he seems to be a good person. He seems to have the right motives. I don't know. It's just hard to believe that given a chance to host that this happens. It's really hard to believe. I just don't know. I really think that Chris Rock would have apologized, and all those people are panning to him, and he's at the after party partying like it's the thing to do. I know, like I said, California, the district attorney is definitely putting a case together right now against Will Smith. I guarantee you. And if they keep it hush hush, or they may make it public, but you cannot do that out here in California. It's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. Two co-workers slapped one another, and the person went to jail straight up. I don't know why they didn't arrest him. And the person said, no, I'm not pressing charges, but they end up putting that person in jail anyway. They don't play that out here. You can't just hit somebody and think that you're going to get away with it. It don't work that way. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. There's people doing construction on a porch across the street from me, so I don't want it to be so loud with their drills and whatever they're using. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was out of character, and it must be like bottled up inside of him with all that hurt and anger and anguish for him to just react so quickly like that. And not even apologize. I just still can't get over that. He didn't even apologize when he had the chance to.
Yeah, I would have apologized to him definitely. It's sad. This is a sad day, and like I was telling everybody earlier, it's weird because that whole day I forgot all about the awards. I thought it came on next week sometime. I don't keep up with stuff like that, and I was listening to Will Smith music all morning, and I'm like, why am I listening to this? And I'm like, oh wow, I didn't know he made all these songs. And next thing you know, I'm sitting down, I'm looking through, I had just finished watching Nick's video, and all of a sudden, I click, to refresh, and I see a video of Will Smith punching Chris Rock. I'm like, what the heck? I didn't even watch the awards because I forgot that they were coming on.
Yeah, I didn't even watch the awards. I saw it on YouTube pop up, and then it was weird last night because when I saw the one video, I was trying to go to other videos, and they were almost deleting, like when he was saying, don't say, get my wife's name out of my effing mouth. You know what I mean? It was almost getting blurred out or cut out. Scenes were getting like out, and then it was on today on some of the news channels. And I'm wondering if the state can pick it up. And then they're talking about taking this award. Yeah.
In California, that's why I say I live in California. In California, if I was to walk up to you right now and slap the dog pee out of you or anybody in this chat, and you say, no, 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 I made her mad. She's my friend. I'm not pressing charges. They're going to come get me anyway. The district attorney will pick it up, regardless to whether you go to court and testify or not. They're still going to get you. That's how it works in California. They're still going to get you because they felt like years ago men used to beat their women up and the women were too scared, to testify and to say anything. So the district attorney was like, you know what? Guess what? The next time somebody assaults someone, we're just going to pick it up.
Well, the
You think
lawyers
it
might
was
have to
staged,
pay a
Quincy?
settlement. They might have to pay a settlement out of court or something, but I just don't see nothing coming of it.
You know what? If it was a joke, it was a pretty tasteless, poor joke. If this was all staged, it was tasteless, it was disgusting, and it taught children handle your aggression with beating the hell out of somebody. It showed if you talk about somebody, go slap the dog pee pee out of them. If it was a joke, if it was staged, it was in poor taste. This was
Yeah,
in poor taste.
I think people thought it was a stunt because it was so, out of character, and they're like, oh, is this part of the act and stuff? And they're like, wait a minute, it's not. And I mean, people in the after show, like John Leguizamo, I think he did an interview with DT. He's saying, it was very distasteful, a time and a place. He didn't apologize. A lot of people said, people look at him in a different light because he had the spotlight and he chose not to apologize.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. A lot of people are saying the same thing. Yep. They were
He
saying
had
that
that
he was
time.
wrong.
And then he's crying and people are thinking, okay, well, he's crying. And then he's saying, well, I'm not crying because whatever he said. But, people are like, well, I don't know if I believe him. Is he crying because he got the award and didn't think he was going to get the award, or who knows?
Yeah, it's sad. It's really sad. I think Wanda felt like we were like probably attacking Will Smith or something. Um, I don't feel like I was attacking him. I'm not trying to drag him. I'm not trying to do any of that. But my thing is this: if I put myself in Chris Rock's place, if that was me, and I made a joke about Will Smith, and Jada Pickett got up and slapped me in the face, and then she didn't apologize. Well, first of all, it would have went a totally different way because I would have been like, y'all don't ever have to invite me back to this awards. I'm letting you know, and I would have been on her like white on rice. You know what I'm saying? Because you assaulted me. And if they talk about let's do a stunt, I would have been like, no, because this is our first time. We've been fighting you guys to tell you guys we wanted to be a part of stop that we wanted to be a part of the awards, and here you want us to do something distasteful. I'm not going to do that.
Right. He was more worried about apologizing to the award so he can come back. And that's all he was
Mm-hmm.
worried about. Like, he wasn't worried about what he did to Chris Rock. And people are thinking, was there problems before? What happened? What was it that was said? And then a lot of comedians, they get a lot of backlash and they're doing their job, they're paid to do things. And sometimes it can be below the belt. But to them, they think, we get paid to do this. We get
Yeah,
paid to say these
Chris
things.
Rock. Chris Rock have made jokes against Jada Pickett in the past, and I don't know if it stemmed from that, but that still did not give you the right to hit him. All because he made a joke. It does not give you a right. When people are laughing, talking about ha 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 ha, he slapped the pee out of him, ha 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 ha, this, that, and the other. And I don't think that is right. You know what I'm saying? And they say, was it really like a MK Ultra breakdown or was it staged? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it seems like to me that she's in total control of him. And I don't think that that's cool.
I mean, that's true because what was it when they were on the talk shows not that long ago when they were in the news about her having an affair and, all that stuff. And they were trying to joke and be together. And he looks so hurt. He just looked hurt.
Yeah,
Like
he was
he's been
hurt.
bottling things up for so long.
Yeah, he's hurt. He's very much hurt because this woman outright, look, your son, I don't even, you know what? I don't even know how old her son is. But for you to sleep with my child's friend in my house, in my bed, and then you confess to it like it's a joke and you want to brush it under the rug. So yeah, I can see him feeling a certain type of way, being upset, being angry, being mad, and all that stuff, but that's not the place to take it out on him. Take it out in a different way. Go do something else with it. Talk to him. And I'm gonna stick by what I believe in my heart. And I still believe in my heart. Nothing's gonna change the way I feel. I believe if he would have sat there and spoke to him and told him what was going on with Jada, I believe, and I'm not gonna change it. I believe with my heart of hearts that he would have apologized to her before everybody, and that would have been a whole different type of award show. That would have been, people would have been crying. He probably would have went down there and told her, my apologies, I'm so sorry. You know what I'm saying? I could see it going. I guarantee you it would have went that way.
I
But he
think I
didn't.
think you're right. I think Chris Rock would do that, but I don't know if he would be receptive, if Will would be receptive, if you know what I'm saying. It just seems like he's not really receptive to hear much things. I don't know. He just seems like right now he's not in a good state. And I don't think he has been in a while. And he's always loving and defending his wife. You don't really hear her like protecting him and doing this. I think he loves her very much and he's taken a lot of stink for her.
I don't know about the love part because he admitted, they both admitted on the red table that he was about to leave her multiple times. He was ready to, and she admitted he was about to divorce her and everything. And this was not too long ago. He admitted that this is like a year or two ago. He was about to divorce her. So I just don't know. It's like she just keeps piling on, piling on, piling on, and he's going to end up snapping, and he's going to end up doing something far worse than what he did to Chris Rock because of her. Like I said, he didn't get mad and snap until she did something, said
Had
something
that
to him, or
reaction, right?
yeah,
She had that
because yeah, because he was still laughing even when she rolled her eyes. He was busting up, and then when he looked over at her, that's when she must
the
have done or
cameras
said
went away
something.
and we didn't see what was going on. And you're probably right. She probably said something or there was something that happened when the cameras moved from after he laughed and she made that face.
Yep, exactly, and that's exactly what I believe. And I don't know. I hope that they get down to the bottom of it. I don't know. A lot of people said they're pulling back endorsements from him. I don't know how true that is. A lot of people are saying a whole lot of stuff, against him. And I was saying early on in the chat that there's a guy. He's a sports commentator, and he's always like loud when he debates, the different teams and things of that nature, and the guy comes off extremely aggressive. And he came on and he made a video and he said, Will Smith, I don't care what you think your reason is or what your excuse is, you was 100% wrong for what you did. He said you was dead ass wrong, and I'm not going to change how I feel. And a lot of people feel that way, that he was dead wrong. And you got some people that think I would have done the same thing. Okay. And I heard another blogger said, he said, yeah, I'd have done it too. I said, no, you wouldn't have. And he was like, how you gonna tell me? I said, well, your wife is very respectful. Your wife has a very beautiful and kind spirit. Your wife would never disrespect you in that manner at all whatsoever, the way she's done. I said, so how would you even put yourself in that position? And he had to think about it. Your wife would never do that. You and your wife work together as a team. You know what I'm saying? She's never got on the internet and trashed you. She shows nothing but love and respect for you as a man. She would never do that to you. So you can't say, oh, I would have got up there and hit him. No, you wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't have, because you would have got sued too. Especially out here in California. They'd have locked you up in the California jail and threw the book at you.
And that's where it was in California?
Yeah, it was out here in California, in Hollywood.
Okay.
And that's what makes it so bad, because after Will Smith hit him, I do believe Will Smith thought like, oh, shoot, I'm in the wrong state. They're going to get me. Yes, they're going to get you. Yes, they're going to get you. They are definitely going to get you. I don't care if I don't, if Chris Rock say, nope, I don't want them to do it. No, it's cool. It's cool. We worked it out. Nope. The district attorney is still going to take over because it was done on national TV before millions and millions of witnesses. Millions of people across the world is asking, why is Will Smith not in jail now? And it's not just me.
Right. Chris Rock could look at it, or his lawyer, attorney, whatever, could look at it and say, you know, you are embarrassed in front of everybody.
We got another guest. Welcome.
Hey, hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
I really think so. We don't know what happened, you know, behind closed door between Chris Rock, Will Smith, and Jada Pinkett. So you know, a lot of things. It's movie stars. You know, it's all about that money. I think Chris Rock got paid for that.
You think so?
I think so. I think it was always a hope. It was always a joke. Cause they, like you said, they was smiling at first. Everybody looked at Will. Everybody looked at Jada. Everybody looked at Chris Rock. Until Will got up and smacked fire out of Chris Rock. That's wrong. But I think so Will should also went to jail for that shit and got sued.
But look,
but Chris Rock had a lot of people there.
But look, this is the thing. Because I played it over and over. This is how it went. He said, I love you.
Right.
He said the joke. Will Smith was busting up laughing, and he didn't see Jada Pickett's face. And then Jada Pickett, because she was rolling her eyes right after he said it, and he was looking straight ahead, and he was busting up at the joke. But then when he turned around and saw Jada Pickett's face, she must have said something. That's the part we didn't see. And
right.
That's when he went in on him, because Will Smith was busting up. Mind you, he was rolling. Go look back at it again. Look at that part by itself. He was rolling at first.
Yes, he was.
And then he turned around when the camera went off of him, and Chris Rock said, while Chris Rock was saying that was nice, I'm gonna leave it alone, moving on. She said something in between, and he popped up and he walked up them stairs after him. That's when he should have been like, baby, it's just a joke.
Right.
It's just a joke. You know, I would have stopped him. I would have been like, no. Or I would have got up myself as his wife, and I would have went up there and grabbed the microphone and say, you know, while you up here making jokes, you should know what you're talking about. I'm suffering from alopecia. So you got anything else smart to say? And I would have gave him the microphone and sat down, and that would have embarrassed him. And I believe he still would have apologized. Even at that, I still believe he would have apologized.
You're right. Or you know, they probably said something before the show started. Like, you can say whatever you got to say, just don't take it to another level. I think Chris Rock probably took it to a whole different level. That's what made Will got up and handle his business as a man.
That wasn't no business. That was a punk move, because you hit a man.
That's true.
You hit a man.
Yeah, that was a punk move, because he smacked him. He smacked him.
Yes, he did.
Because Quincy, I'm gonna
broad daylight. I mean, on live.
I mean, I
I'm
was
gonna
waiting for the powder to come off his hands. That was like, a pimp smack almost. Like, you know what I mean?
right,
That was
right.
horrible. I mean, and really nobody was really paying attention to the jokes. It brought more attention to it because half the people were sitting there going, "What'd he say? What's that even mean?" And having to research to see what G.I. Jane or what it even had to do. And then they're like, "Oh, it had something to do with her being bald." I mean, people,
Right.
once the smack happened, there was more attention on it. He was getting ready to be done and move right on. So there was
Right.
more attention. And if he would have just sat there for another minute, it would have went on. Everybody would have been past it. It wouldn't have. I mean, it took away from everything from the awards too.
Right. And that's like the little show called Roast Me. Well, I think Flavor Flav got something to do with that. When it was like everybody was joking on people for their birthday. Like all the
Oh, they do that
superstars
with
did the thing.
celebrities, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I think it was something like that. It just got out of hand. Will, Chris Rock hit Will and Jada with something, that pushed his button. Will jumped up. That's what I think. But Will ain't been, he ain't really like that though. I really think he ain't like that. He ain't about
No,
that action.
I just feel like Will Smith is in a relationship with a woman that is driving him absolutely insane, and
Right,
he took his frustration out on the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? Because you got multiple pictures of him and Will Smith together as friends. So how,
right.
you will not be able to repair this friendship at all whatsoever. And now you're faced with the possibility of going to jail.
You eating chicken and rice.
You know
You
what
don't
I'm
want chicken
saying?
and rice?
You're faced
Right.
with that possibility.
Get the
And
cereal
people
there.
are
Get the
making
cereal. I'll get
jokes
your
and
chicken.
laughing. That's not funny. That's really not
Yeah.
funny. To be humiliated, you humiliated that man.
Cause that's a friendship with down the drain.
Yeah, you humiliated him before the world.
That was part
You
of
know what I'm
doggone
saying?
show.
And
Don't
he
think nobody
showed
see
so
that.
much dignity, so much respect, so much restraint. Like I told people, he wouldn't have hit Corey Holcomb like that. He wouldn't have hit Bernie Mac like that. He wouldn't have hit Steve Harvey like that. He wouldn't have hit Cedric the Entertainer like that. He wouldn't have hit Eddie Griffin like that. He wouldn't have done none of that. He
And
wouldn't
that's
have
a
done none
strong
of
man
that.
to take that smack, laugh it off, and go on with the show and not do anything in return. I mean,
Yeah,
that took a
yeah,
lot of strength. That took more strength to not react to that.
yeah, it did. A whole lot of strength.
Because if somebody came up and smacked me, I don't think I would have been able to laugh it off.
No, I think I would.
Then
That
with
whole
progress,
place
That's
would
you
have
the
been
know,
whole
tore
that's the
up.
whole point I'm getting at. That's why I said it's probably part of the show. It probably something they probably had planned just to see more money.
right.
You know what? If they did that for that, I'm
That's
just like
crazy.
I would have no respect for neither one of them.
Right.
I
Right.
would
That's the
be
name of
done
the
with
game
all
nowadays though. Cause I figured that a lot of people, a lot of movie stars losing out money from from the taxes from the IRS and stuff like that.
How many
That
pieces of chicken
from their
everybody get?
kids.
Two?
that. Yeah, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy.
Cause
And what
I,
happens when that kind of stuff happens, those little stunts and everything, they get more views, they get more money, they
right.
get more, we want you on our show. We want to know what happened. What's the backstory? What's going
For
on?
instance,
Chris Rock could probably get paid, honestly, for not,
for
if he
instance,
doesn't go through the lawsuit, they're saying he's not doing it. He can still get paid for
right. Not
humiliation or
not to cut you
whatever.
off, Fire Mama. Like for instance, that's like the Jay-Z and Nas beef.
Might get
They did
some.
that over for money. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
you hear about that one? About the Jay-Z and Nas beef, they did over money to see who get the fame, who could take over New York.
Where your chicken? Come in.
That's what I think. Money talks. Everything else, go down the drain. Well, that's the name of the game. Because a lot of people here struggling out here, especially just like the movie stars, rappers. Yeah, everybody's struggling. Everybody's struggling. I say only one person that's doing good for themselves, but he's still in the boat too, and that's 50 Cent.
Oh yeah, everybody get chicken.
That's 50 Cent. Cause 50 Cent, he really getting that money right now
That's hey,
from
yeah.
the shows that he putting out, the movies that he putting out. Power. What's the other one?
Brandon.
Uh, uh, um, what's the other one? BMF. No, he got parts in that also.
Fried chicken.
Like he. It's the money. It's the money. Money talk. Bull Jung walk. And now that everybody need money now. The community, because actually the world, I've been saying it before, the world's coming to an end. And it's coming to an end for all the rich people. All the poor people is gonna live their lives. That's what I think.
Right.
Some
That's what I
people
really
try
think.
to look at it like it's the end, and some people look at it like me as a new beginning, like
Right,
something new
right,
starting,
right. But
It's all sad.
it's in both boats. It's in both boats. It's a new beginning, and people trying to follow that culture, as in trying to stay up with the Joneses. There's a lot of people ain't with the Joneses. A lot of people is with the Joneses.
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
So that's like see we like on the social media thing. People do talk too much about things. That's like with the government. That's like they got like a safe haven under the ground for the people that's worthy enough to go under the ground for when the world do come to an end. It's all in the Bible. It's all in the Bible. The world supposed to come to an end one day. We don't know when. It supposed to be came to an end 2000 and what? 2000, but it never happened. That's like the
Just like
coronavirus.
the Maya calendar ended in 2012, but I think that's
Right,
as far as it went with the stars aligning and whatever. And
right.
we went past, Y2K. We went past 2012. Now they're saying 2032, 2033. It's always going to be something. It's always going to be a new date. And I hope it's longer because I have a 4-year-old and a 15-year-old. So I want it to be longer. I want to look at it positive. We're going through so much more than what I growing up, every go on.
Yeah, I found a little article. Let me share this with you guys. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is like BS to me. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes.
I see it. I just can't read it because I'm on my phone.
Come
So
on,
I'm trying to pull it up, but I don't know why it's not. Okay.
Yeah, I need that on my chicken.
So
See, and I think she looks good bald. I think she looks good bald. Honestly, she's really pretty. She just don't look real happy.
She's not happy with that man, and that's the sad part. She's not happy with him, and she
And plus, you never know.
You can love somebody, you know what I mean, and know that the relationship isn't working for them.
You never know. They probably had a thing for each other. You never know.
She doesn't love that man at all whatsoever.
Exactly.
And it says they wrote an article, and it says last year's 2021 Oscars, which was plagued by COVID pandemic issues, it was the lowest rated in history. So the 2022 Oscars on March 27 had every opportunity to be better, which was true. It had every opportunity to be better. And they said the show made history as it was the first time an all-black producing team steered the Academy Awards. And we was complaining about that. Like literally, we were saying, how come there's never any black people? They always have other people, but they never include us. Now look what happens. You see what I'm saying? So it was hosted by all black people, and look at this. This is really sad.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, I thought they did a good job, except for that one incident, which shadowed what was accomplished.
Actually shocked the world.
Right.
That shocked the world.
Yep.
Little smack
Yep.
motherfucker.
It was staged. It was staged. Cause ain't nobody gonna let nobody deflect somebody like that. It was
That's
staged.
true. I think it was staged
It
too.
was staged.
Like she said, cause ain't nobody gonna smack nobody like that, and not to get
no.
away with it. And you and Will in his hometown, in Chris Rock hometown, nah.
Put in the microwave.
We'll saw some of your soda.
Best for me, I think he probably got 50,000 for that smack.
No, I'm saying I don't know if it was staged because when you looked at
Ain't
Chris
nobody gonna
Rock's
slap
face,
nobody
you could
like
see
that.
that it was red. You know what I'm saying, Fire Mama?
What you say?
I said Chris Rock's face was red.
Oh yeah, I don't think it was staged. Me personally, I think it was a reaction.
But we won't never know what took place afterwards, after the show was ended. Did they continue? Did they continue laughing, or Chris Rock turn around and retaliate, or what? Or Will just
Chris Rock wasn't
jump in his car?
They showed Will Smith with a
Well, as soon as Will did it, he walked off with a smirk.
Right.
Exactly.
He didn't square up. He didn't square up. He just went straight up, pimp smacked him, walked straight off with a smirk.
Cause he walked on the stage with a smoke, then walked off the stage with a smoke.
Right.
That's what I think it was
what
staged.
was the cussing part? But what was the cussing part about? And then I don't think it was staged because I'm gonna tell you why. Everybody can say it's staged, but I don't think so because they showed bits and pieces of the part of them when they went to commercial break, and everybody was around Will Smith trying to calm him down, and Chris Rock had went to the back, and they was all catering to Will Smith, telling him to calm down. It was what's his name? Denzel Washington, Tyler Perry, and some other people trying to console him. And then that's when he came back talking about Denzel Washington talk to me.
Oh, he praised them before the show too, because they were hoping for him to get that award.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't think it was staged, me personally. Just his reaction. He was laughing, and then she looked like, oh no, he didn't. And then the cameras went off, and it's almost like something was said there, and then he went straight up there, smacked him, had that smirk, came back down, and when he sat back down, he was sitting there saying, I said, keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth. And you said it like twice, and the girl behind him's looking at him like, is this really going on? Like, what is this?
Then it looked like they was on separate dates. Like Will was sitting with somebody and she was sitting with somebody. Like that's what it looked like to me.
But then check this out. After she did what she did to Chris Rock, you could see her kissing Will Smith like, that's a good job, baby. And you showed him.
Well, he just got it. Will just got his foot back in the door with Jada Smith on that behalf. That's what I think.
That ain't no hero to me. That was
right.
a display of black on
that was
black
jealousy.
crime.
Jealousy on black crime.
But I still say the same thing. I'm gonna keep on saying it. If Chris Rock did know that she had alopecia, then he deserved to get popped. But if he did not know, I believe if they would have gave him the opportunity, he would have apologized. I really believe that.
Right.
I really believe he would have apologized. I really do. And then she could have got kudos and brought awareness to alopecia on national TV on a national platform. That would have gave them a national platform for people to understand about alopecia.
Yeah, I wasn't even aware that she had it until this incident happened, to be honest.
Right.
I thought she just cut her hair and it's cute.
Right. Really cute. I thought the same thing because she's been having
I thought the same thing myself.
I didn't think nothing big on it. I thought, the role she plays, it's usually short. I didn't even know.
Right. It's really sad. But we're gonna get off of them. Let's see what happens. In the coming days and stuff like that. But I might go live again later on, and I want to talk about CPS and some stuff that I actually was looking up. So again, if Wanda sees this later, I hope I did not offend you. I pray I did not. We were just having a conversation, and she said she will not bash him. I wasn't trying to bash him. She said I will not drag him all sorts of negative because he did positive things too. Well, it wasn't that I was trying to be negative. I'm just saying he got to think about some of the stuff that he did as well. You know what I'm saying? This is not to
Right.
trash the man and make him look like a low down dirty dog, but you do things in your past that cost people's livelihood, because you didn't understand that the lady that played Auntie Viv was in a domestically violent relationship, and instead of you trying to find out what's going on with her, you spoke negative against this woman. You cost her majority of her life. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So that's all I was saying. I wasn't trying to put him down because see, when you do stuff to people, stuff come back on you. So that's why I'm very careful how I treat people. I'm very careful. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to offend nobody. And people think, oh, you apologizing, you weak. No, I'm not weak. I'm just not that type of person that want to hurt somebody. Because if we go around talking crazy and being disrespectful, we don't know the impact of what we say and do, to other people when they leave our presence. We don't know that we may cause them, depression. We don't know that we may cause them to cry. We don't know what we may cause to happen to these people. So we're going on about our day like nothing is going on while this person is sitting there with their emotions all jacked up. So my thing is this: we all need to be careful. It's like comedians can't even talk crap no more. Just making a joke and having fun. You know what I'm saying? It's like they can't even do that anymore without being physically assaulted. And if
Right.
like I said, if he did know about her alopecia, that was poor timing and poor taste. If he did not, then Will Smith should have took this opportunity to educate people about alopecia. You know what I'm saying? And that
Mhm.
probably would have come out a lot better. But now we had an all black cast finally, and this happens. And this
Yeah.
happens. So what's to say? Let's say that they said, well, because we had this all black cast,
Actually.
and you guys acted such a fool, we're not going to
Thank you.
let it happen anymore. You know?
Right.
Right. I mean, even on the panel, we might agree to disagree, even in the chat, but we're all fine. Like, we can look at Will and say, he's had a long-standing career with movies, TV shows. Most of his music he's done, most of it doesn't have any cussing. There's positive things too, but right now we're talking about the incident that happened and how it can impact, everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
We're
That's
not
gonna
trying
fall
to.
back on his life.
Right.
Yeah, I was not trying to offend Wanda or anybody else. I'm not trying to trash anybody. But you got to think about the things that you do.
Right was
You
right
know,
was right was wrong was wrong.
right. And I don't think it was staged at all. I really don't. Because the look on her face said it all. But, it
I
is
kind
what
of
it
think
is.
that too, that he had to deal with that when he get home, with his kids and his, I don't know if that's his ex-wife or his wife. Still
Jada,
what?
Jada Pinkett and him are still married, but at one point he said on the Red Talk cable that he was about to divorce her multiple times.
Right.
So I don't know if I don't know if when she had her relationship with that young boy, I don't know if part of the deal was, if you're gonna do that, if we're gonna have an open relationship, then nobody should know who it is. And I think that she chose somebody that was young, and she worked him over, and he couldn't handle the fact that she wanted her husband back. So I don't know what happened. It's not my business. And I apologize for speaking on them, because I just know from what I heard them say. Anything else, I'm not gonna make up stories on them because I don't know them like that. You know what I'm saying? But he did
Right.
a lot of good stuff. I liked his Bad Boys movie. I didn't too much care about the. I like the first Men in Black, but the other ones I didn't too much care for. You know what I'm saying? But he is a good actor, and he I liked him a lot because he did not cuss, and he showed people that you can do music and acting and all that stuff without using profanity. But then when you did this, it just shocked me. Like, okay, that's the image that you portray, but is this who you really are in the background?
Right. It definitely dampers the positive, and it could have ruined a lot of people's time there at the Oscars, the people viewing.
That is her.
Yeah, I think I mean, he won the award, but me, this is just my personal opinion.
No, not put your food on top of my food, my
I
nigga.
did not like the movie.
Well, that's your fault. You should have ate it. You can make one for it. I don't care. I'm sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and there's a lot of noise in the background.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
that's
ahead and end this live.
that's my behalf. That's my behalf.
Now, what do you mean?
That's okay.
I'm on the phone.
I'm on the phone. Y'all ain't got no type of respect.
That's funny. Yeah, but enough about them. We've already spoken about them almost 2 hours, and we're just beating up, running in circles. But we're gonna see what happens next. But I might end up going live again and talk about CPS. If you guys can put the notice out, give me a couple hours, and I can go ahead and go live again, and we're gonna talk about CPS.
I'm here with you.
Can you put the notice out for me? Because for some reason they're not giving. I had started it and then I stopped it because nobody was coming. I'm like, wow, I'm sitting here and nobody came.
Yeah, I have to share like on Instagram or share somehow so people get, they know it's live. But yeah, definitely like, share, and subscribe, and be prepared for when she talked about CPS. There's a lot of good information she shares.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep this live because I'm not gonna keep this live. This is just us chatting. So when people look
That's
for
fine.
it again, it's gonna be gone.
That's fine. Just I'll try to share on Instagram later then when you go live.
Okay, cool. Talk to you guys then.
All right.
Later.
Yeah.